Hey guys, and welcome to today's yoga. Today's yoga is going to be for mid back pain and also when you get that tight feeling in your rib cage. So grab your mat and let's get started. Start out in a comfortable seat with your spine tall. Take a few deep breaths here and notice how your body's feeling. Now, let's raise your right arm over your head and bend to the left, placing your left hand on your mat for a side body stretch. If it feels more comfortable, you can also come down onto the elbow for even more of a stretch. Make sure your neck is comfortable, looking up at your right hand. Breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. Raise your left arm overhead and come into this side body stretch. If you did so on the other side, you could bring your right elbow down to the mat and just take a few deep breaths here. Make sure you're looking up at your left hand. Inhale, push yourself up and come back to center. And let's come in to a twist. Place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand behind you. Now let's switch sides. Inhale, put your left hand on your right knee with your right hand behind you. And when you get there, exhale, let it all go. Keep breathing here. And when you're ready, come back to center and let's come into all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, hips in line with the knees, and let's take a few cat and cow. Inhale, tuck your chin, round the spine. Exhale, drop the belly, look up. And do this a few more times on your own. Keep breathing here. On your last exhale, come into neutral spine. Now let's thread the needle. Bringing your right ear to the ground and your right arm underneath the chest to the left. Reach past your mat and hold for a few breaths. On your last exhale, come on up. And let's do the other side. Left ear to the ground and the left arm underneath the chest, reaching towards the right of your yoga mat. Breathe into this pose. On your last exhale, push yourself back up into all fours. Take a big inhale, and exhale, drop down to the belly, bringing your forehead to the mat, and just relax for 2 breaths. Inhale, push up to Sphinx pose, setting the elbows to the floor and your shoulders parallel, with the toes reaching behind you, belly on the floor. Mini back bend. Hold this for a few breaths. On your last exhale, push up, coming back into all fours. And let's get ready for dolphin pose. Have your forearms on the mat. Inhale, push your hips up to the sky like a forearm downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. This one's a little bit more intense. Exhale, release, coming back into all fours. And when you get there, swing your legs to one side and come to lie down on your back. When you get there, plant your feet to the floor with your knees up to the sky for bridge pose. Inhale, bring your hips to the sky. And if this feels good, stay here. But if you want to bring it to the next level, you can clasp your hands together underneath your hips. If not, you could just keep your hands to the side. Keep breathing here. Exhale, release it all, bringing the hips down to the mat. And let's come into banana pose. Bring your hips to the right side of the mat. Bring your hands and your feet to the left side of the mat, mimicking a banana. You could cross your ankles for a little bit more intensity. If not, stay here and just feel that side body stretch, opening up the rib cage. Keep breathing. Now let's slowly come out and switch sides. Bringing your hips to the left side of the mat. Hands and feet to the right side, mimicking that banana again. And if you did so on the other side, cross your ankles for a little bit more intense stretch. Breathe here. This feels so good to open up the rib cage. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees into the chest. Squeeze them tight. Now bring your arms into a T. Look over your right shoulder and bring the knees to the left. If you need to grab onto your knees to push them towards the mat, you can. Hold this for 2 breaths. Slowly come back to center and switch sides. Looking over your left shoulder, bring your knees to the right, dropping down on the mat into a twist. If you need to grab onto your knees, you can. And just take 2 breaths here. Come back to center. And let's finish this practice with child's pose. So bring yourself into hero pose with your knees on the mat and your seat to your feet. The tops of your feet are on the mat. And inhale, tall spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward into child's pose, forehead to the mat. Take 1 deep breath here. And now let's walk the hands to the right side of the mat, getting that side body stretch. Take a few breaths here. Now let's come back to center and walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Feeling that nice stretch in the right side. Stay here for a few breaths. When you're ready, come back to center and push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Close your eyes and notice how your body's feeling now. Take a few deep breaths to get the air flowing throughout the body. Even though you might be feeling pain today, doesn't mean tomorrow you will be feeling the same way. With gratitude and love, namaste. Awesome job. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also leave a comment below letting me know new videos you would like to see in the future. This is a great way to keep us connected. Also, subscribe to my channel to get free weekly videos on relaxation tips and healthy recipes. With gratitude and love, namaste.